Hi, and in this video I'm actually going to test the hotness of a sauce called, well, it's from a company called Buldak. I think it's called hot chicken flavor sauce. In fact, if I turn to this screen here, that will help you see it a little bit better. But this is the sauce. I will be testing it on a FoodSense Generation 4 product. So if you're not super aware of FoodSense Generation 4, this is it, sometimes called the Scoville meter. It's in Bluetooth connection with my phone. It's my phone that will drive the meter. The first thing I want to do is actually prepare the sample. So let me do that. Get some of this sauce. Put a little bit in a pot like this. It's quite viscous. Any more viscosity, any more thickness than this, and I would really want to probably weigh it out. I'm going to do a 1 in 10 dilution on it. So I'm just going to get a clean pipette tip. I'm going to take up slowly 0.1 milliliters of the sauce, which I will do now. So let me pull that across to here. I'll do it quite slowly because of the viscosity. All right. Hopefully I've got the, I've got the sauce up like this. Okay, now I'll put it into this little container. I'm going to put this container deliberately on the side. I find it a bit easier to kind of get it, and then dissolves into the buffer. I'm actually going to put a clean pipette tip on now. The reason being is I'm actually going to do what's called a 1 in 10 dilution, which means I'm going to take 1 volume of the sauce and 9 volumes of the buffer. 1, sorry about the counting, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, I've done that. What I'm actually going to do now is I'll show you the sample first of all, and then I'll probably I will vortex it. So let me just show you the sample. This is what it looks like. I want to vortex this, so let me just give it a quick shake. And then I've got a vortexer just to the side of me here, so let me just vortex it. You'll never be able to shake it as fast as the vortexer, so the vortexer is a efficient way, let's say, of actually being able to extract this. I just want to make sure that I've given myself, I know I'm doing this quite fast, I wouldn't necessarily want you to do it quite as fast as me, but I'm trying to do everything essentially live. So there we go. Right, now I've got a sensor in here. I'm just going to put 50 microliters on to the sensor. So let me flip this open. Let me grab 50 microliters out of here, which I am doing. Let me put that onto the sensor, which I have done. And let me go continue, start measurement, and off it goes. So now what I'll do is, it's running that at the moment. I will share my, I can see that everything's going okay, because I can kind of get the a sense of the progress just by kind of watching the raw signal. So what it does is it runs a test, it sends the data to the cloud, it processes the data, and the result comes back. The fact that we process the data in the cloud really does help you, because it saves all of the details. Like, we'll get a result there and then on our phone, but we'll also get the raw signal in the cloud, the time and date at which the test was done, and then it's come back. So it's given me a result. So you'll get a result, which is kind of easy to understand, that it's giving you Scoville heat units. I think that's saying 3,570. Yeah, 3,570. So now I'm going to give you this kind of traceability side of this. So what I'll do is I'm just going to share my screen for a second. All the data immediately goes to a system called Julie. I'm just going to do a refresh on here, and then it will show it. There we are, Buldak 1, which is the sample I just ran. I get a nice strong signal in my cloud. This is not the right place, but it is the right place. What I can just say is that capsaicin, which is the molecule that is behind the Scoville heat unit and behind the kind of perception of hotness, has a very distinct fingerprint. So this is peak 1, peak 2, and peak 3. And then we can see that we're analyzing peak 2, and I can get the hotness or the Scoville heat unit 357. 1, 2 is 71.9. It actually rounds it to the nearest 10 on the app, make it nice and simple. But you can see time and date is all saved up here. The raw signal's up here. The result is up here as well. So what I want to do then is just do a quick summary then. So that's the food sense. You can see that, in fact, super easy to prepare the sample. These are mild sauces. Now, mildness is a sort of relative term. But I've sort of if you taste test it against something like that, you realize that these are kind of in the same ballpark. I've got another Korean sauce here. A video came out I just sent out a video last night where I tested this one. This is definitely milder than this one. So you can watch those two videos and kind of get a sense of this. So what I'll do is then, in fact, just to kind of say, so this was a measurement on this this hot chicken flavor sauce from Buldak. It came out at 3570, so 3570 Scoville heat units, which is kind of in line with something like Tabasco. If you have any questions regarding this, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.